You're slowing down into your fermatas.
Okay. Yeah, I was told that from Dr. Steele. I'm hesitating.
Okay. Well, why?
I think I'm anticipating it in my head, and I'm starting to slow down, and so they're anticipating that.
Okay. Just start beating 4 quarter notes. You guys don't need to play. Go for it. Just keep on beating quarter notes. I'm going to tell you to hold one. That one. Hold it.
Oh.
That's what's got to happen.
Okay.
You're beating. I mean, I had the same problem. I had to lie to myself. I had to write down that the fermata was after. It wasn't on the note. You're beating. It's a regular beat, only you pull it out. That's the only difference. Okay, try the second line again.
Okay.
With the fermatas, if you're going to have the long tied notes, you got to hold all the way through them and make sure that you're giving them the correct value plus extra value for the fermata. I would just stick with quarter notes on the fermata. It's going to make your life a lot easier. What observations about Carrie's conducting? Go. Anna.
It's like kind of weird when you go to each beat. It's like you kind of like flick through the ictus, and it's kind of confusing when you want us to like get off the beat or when you want us to change or get back to the beat.
Good. That's a good observation. You have a little bit of the bippity boppity boo going. You just got to pull from your wrist. It's kind of what I was telling Jody. It's the difference between here's where the beat is and you're kind of flicking from the wrist as opposed to like this. Okay. As opposed to pulling from the wrist and then just letting your hand trail behind you. This is controlling with the wrist, this is pulling from the wrist, and there is a difference between those two motions. Other observations? Mark?
I'm just really curious to see what your pattern would look like if it was a consistent speed throughout, because everything we're talking about means like the tip is like speeding up and slowing down on every beat. Like, I'm curious as to like how your pattern would look if it was just the same speed the whole way through. Like if the tip was constant.
Why don't you try the third line one more time, Carrie, and just see if you can't iron some of the stuff out. And I'm going to take it one step further, and I'm going to encourage you, try to be focal point and not spatial.
What focal point looks like. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, well, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Kind of. All of the beats come back to the middle, so there shouldn't be any loopies like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that what you're conducting?
No, I was still doing half spatial. I just
Good.
started and then, yeah.
That's absolutely correct. Now do focal point. Just go up and down. Just do a whole bunch of beats in a row. Yep. That's what it's going to feel like. And then you're going to rebound side to side.
Continuous fermata on every beat. Doesn't have to be really long, but I want you to stretch every single beat out.
Okay, and still do focal point?
Yes.
Okay.
Do 1, 2, 3,
Oh, okay.
4. Short compared to the others, but that kind of gliding motion is what you need. That solves the problem of you kind of changing the speed, the velocity of the baton. That's how you want all of your regular beats to feel. It should be the same feeling, it's just going to be in tempo. They're not fermatas. If you watch back on the tape, you'll see that that's a much more fluid motion for you in general than what you're doing normally, and that's what all of your beats should look like.
Okay.